Hey, I'm Jusko from ProudMoney.com, and in this video I'm going to review the Alliant Credit Union 2.5% flat cash back Visa signature card, which sounds great on the surface, but has a little bit of a string attached. But first, I'm going to ask you to please subscribe to this YouTube channel if you have not already. And if you have already, I thank you for doing so. So Alliant Credit Union is a Chicago-based credit union, but because of how they structure membership, pretty much anyone could become a member. So if you're interested in this card, you could get membership fairly simply. Now, the Alliant Credit Union Visa Signature, this cashback card, has been an interesting card for a while, but it is a card that has changed a lot, and for the most part, it had changed for the worse. So kind of had a real nice cashback rate, and then they added an annual fee, and then they increased the annual fee, but now they've taken away the annual fee, and it has made the card more interesting again. So I'm not going to go too much further into that history. We're going to talk about what the card is now after this latest change that has just happened as I'm making this video. So the Alliant Cashback Visa Signature Card is a no annual fee credit card that gives you 2.5% flat cash back, 2.5% on everything that you buy with the card, up to $10,000 worth of purchases per month. So not per year, per month. So for most people, you're not going to spend over $10,000 per month on your card. So you could think of this as a 2.5% cashback card, pretty much unlimited for most people. And if you happen to go over $10,000 in a month, you would still get 1.5% cash back on your purchases. So not so bad. Now, on the surface, you would look at this and say, well, this is way better than any other flat cashback card out there that you might be able to get your hands on, or at least easily get your hands on. But like most good things in life, there is a little bit of a catch. And the catch is that in order to get that 2.5% on the credit card, you also have to have an Alliant Credit Union checking account, and there are certain stipulations along with that. Now, first off, with a checking account, you have to have e-statements instead of paper statements, which is not a big deal. Plenty of people are already doing that, but the other two are a little more onerous. First off, you have to have at least $1,000 in the account on average, so at least a $1,000 average daily balance in that checking account. And you also have to make at least one deposit into that account each month. Now, it doesn't have to be a payroll deposit. It doesn't have to be direct deposit. You could do it through an ATM, or you could funnel it through another financial institution digitally. So not a big deal necessarily to make that deposit. And for plenty of people, maybe not a big deal to keep $1,000 on average in that checking account. So if those both sound good to you, well, then that is a pretty nice package. And the checking account itself is pretty good. It gives you a little interest. As I make this video, it's 0.25%, which isn't exactly mind-blowing, but compared to other things on the market, not so bad. There is a fee-free ATM network, and if you even are outside of that ATM network, they will rebate you up to $20 in ATM fees each month. So for the most part, you could think of your ATMs as being free unless you're constantly at the ATM. So a pretty nice checking account, a pretty nice credit card, and if you wanted to become a member of this credit union to get both of those and sort of fulfill the hurdles that you have to do with the checking account in order to get the card, not a bad way to go. Now, if you're okay with things on that checking account end, there are some other aspects to the card you might want to consider, might sway you one way or the other. First off, no sign-up bonus. So with the big banks, oftentimes you can perhaps get a cash bonus or get some points on the front end if you spend a certain amount in the first few months of having a card. No bonus on this particular card. No foreign transaction fees on this card, so if you use it outside of the United States, you're not going to get charged anything extra on those particular transactions. With many credit cards on the market, they'll charge you an extra 3% when you use it outside of the United States for really no particular reason, as far as I can tell. There are, as this is a Visa signature card, some extra coverages and things that perhaps would be of interest to you. You've got double manufacturer's warranty coverage. You've got some travel accident insurance. There is some car rental insurance. Many people never use these, but some people do find that these benefits are something that attracts them to a card, and perhaps you are one of those people. Interest rate on this card, anywhere from 12.24% to 22.24%, depending on your credit history. So if you have good credit history, probably get that 12.24%. If it's not so good, you're going to be up on that higher end. You don't ever want to carry a balance on your cards, so hopefully if you never do, you won't have to worry about the interest rate because you'll never pay any interest. But of course, you'd rather be on that low end just in case you have a problem anywhere along the way. One last point to make about this card, and I probably should have made it earlier, is the fact that it has a minimum $10,000 credit line, which means if you were interested in it, you would have to be the type of person that could be approved for a $10,000 credit line, which probably means that you have to have a little bit of credit history, good credit history, built up. I don't know how long that means exactly, 2 or 3 years, I would think, in order to be able to get yourself a $10,000 credit line, but perhaps sooner. So if you're super new to credit, probably not very likely. If you have a shaky credit history, maybe not so likely either. I don't know what that means in terms of credit score necessarily. I would think you'd have to have a 650 at least, maybe 700 in order to qualify for this card and get a $10,000 credit line. So those are all the details on the card, as well as the checking account that would be required in order to get that full 2.5%. Now, if you wanted to become a member, I said earlier that it would be fairly easy to do so, and that is because Alliant Credit Union, while it has certain groups that it sort of considers the bulk of its membership, if you live in the Chicago area, if you're part of certain employee groups, those sorts of things, there also is sort of a backdoor, and that is if you don't qualify in any other way, you could become a member for just $5 of a foster care charitable organization, and when you do that, then you qualify for membership in Alliant Credit Union. So very easy to become a member here. So taking all of that into account, would it be worth sort of the extra work to get your hands on this card? I think it could be for some people. If you were someone that wanted to hold just one rewards card, you didn't want to have to worry about maximizing different categories, but you wanted the best rate you could get on all of your purchases. Well, in this card at 2.5% is going to be better than 99% of the other flat rate reward cards out there. Now, you have to have that checking account. It's a decent checking account, and if you're someone that is comfortable holding $1,000 or more on average in your account, well, then this could work out just fine for you. Some people aren't going to want to hold or can't hold that much in their checking account over time. Some people are not going to want to make this their #1 account and then have to put a deposit in every month. So it depends on you whether you're looking for a new checking account and this credit card is a good reason to get one, or whether you're doing this as sort of a reason to get the card, but you don't really want that checking account so much. Those are the factors that you're going to sort of consider as you decide whether this makes sense for you. So it could make sense for some people, but I'm not a fan of having these strings attached in order to get your hands on a credit card. So that is it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, comments, I'd love it if you put those in that comment section below. Otherwise, I thank you for watching. And as always, please go to proudmoney.com, where we do credit card reviews, we talk personal finance, we talk deals, and all sorts of other fun stuff too. Thanks for watching. Bye.